Toxic! Fickle! They're fickle!
Yo, what's poppin'? All my peeps, it is I, your host, the most Renaissance man who always thinks he can, and your champion of the peeps, Patty Pitts, welcoming you back to another edition of the Raw Rewind, part of Pitts and Sara's wrestling show, where we take no nights off. It's not just me, Patty P, here in the Yard of Streams. I'm joined, as always, by the best of the West. You can't forget about Sara Marshall. What's poppin', girl?
Hey, yo!
Hello.
What's poppin'?
What was
I don't know
that?
I don't know. I you know what? He inspired me because I was like, it's called all.
Oh, got it. Yeah. I was
He
like,
inspired
what?
me with a little like.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I'm not taking my hat off. Actually, fuck it. My hair looks good.
He also
I
does
got
this in his
inspired.
video. He's like, because people
The
are
what?
crying. He
Oh,
does
yeah.
this because he's like, people are crying about him being out there, and they boo
And then,
him.
well, when he gets the beer hit on him, and then he does the.
Oh yeah, no, that's like one of my favorite clips ever.
The smoothest
Yeah.
shit you could ever see in the ring. Incredible.
Yeah.
Good times. Good
Yes.
times in WCW. What's going on?
It's going.
What's new?
Not a
I'm
whole
wicked
lot.
bright. Not a whole lot. Like,
No, there's just I'm getting ready for the craziness to begin again at work. So
yes, that's leading to an announcement that we have that next week it's going to be the Pat Pitt show. We're going to do some fun shit. I don't know what yet, but I have a whole I have a whole weekend to think about it. You know, Tuesday night, maybe do an NXT little live watch along thing. You know, maybe we get some nonsense wrestling going. Because Sara, we're saying fuck the universe until 2K26.
Okay.
My guy Chevrolet, as we know, that's Captain. You know, whatever. He lost to Triple H for the title before Triple H was supposed to challenge him at WrestleMania, and it was a fast count.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. He kicked out of it. I know he did. And then it was 3. It's over. And I'm like, no, that was supposed to be.
You said nah.
And no, Triple H. We're calling it the nonsense screw job.
Was Jessica Carr the referee because she's
No,
known for her shenanigans? So
It was more like Neil Patrick type shenanigans, WCW. You know what I mean? Like that kind of fast count bullshit.
I'm suspicious.
You know, maybe like, yeah, I would be too. That's why we're saying, fuck the universe. You can have that. I'm going to go do my Marvel thing. And we're just going to go to another universe in 2K26.
When does 2K come out?
It comes out soon. I think it comes out like right when I get back from my trip.
There's also a new card set coming out again. We just had Universe come out, and then Exalted is coming out next month, and then they already have pre-orders for Chrome 2026. So my wallet is
my wallet's done.
Gonna be empty for Finn.
My wallet. I don't blame you. Finn's on the rise right now. Finn, if I would have put like, if we had like kayfabe stock in wrestlers like this. Okay, here's my thing. Actually, Sara, I think it's a great time to hash this out before we get into Raw. I believe that we could do pro wrestling fantasy sports. I think it is very possible.
A lot.
And I think that's it. I think that's the project that we need to focus on. Because here's the thing. When I just said buy stock in Finn Balor right now.
Stop it.
I said it with the same bravado or emphasis like I would, you know, watch out for Kenneth Walker next season. You know, buy stock into him when he signs with X team, you know, for your team, Dynasty. Kind of had that same thought process. And I've talked about it with you, KB, over in the house. And I don't know. I think that we could seriously do something with it where it's not the craziest thing to happen.
Okay.
So I'm gonna maybe we do. You know what? I got a whole weekend in Florida. Can't play golf, unfortunately, because we're on the IR in a way. So we got time for that.
Okay.
I think we do it. So, well, as the nonsense in front of me unfolds, Sarah, it is actually, we bounce back. We said fuck the Triple H, all right? Not in real life, but in the nonsense world. Double
Yeah.
birds to the Triple H. And we're in grind mode, training mode for my GM because I'm actually working on a little thing. We're working on something where our good pal Shake and I might be going toe to toe in the Monday Night War. So
All right.
we might see that. So I'm practicing right now with my dude Chevrolet. He is he is competing right now for the vacant tag team championship in my GM mode. All right, I have my roster. He's competing with against. All right, so the opponents are Batman and Joker. Our tag team. Yeah, it's nonsense, of course. Who would Chevrolet's tag team partner be? And I'll give you a hint because it relates back to Raw. Because Captain Nonsense, how you doing? I'll give you a hint. It is a luchador.
Penta.
No,
Dragon Lee.
the other one.
Rey Phoenix. Rey Mysterio.
No. Oh man. Okay, maybe he's okay. To
Dom?
some he's a luchador. No, to
Dom?
some he's a luchador. To others he was an Alpha American.
Oh, El Grande Americano.
Oh, Gio Grande Americano, baby.
Oh, jeez.
We're taking it is us versus Batman and Joker
Oh,
for the
God.
tag team championship. All right, like that is the type of my GM mode we're running here. So we're gonna let that run over on the Nonsense Sports Network, and then he's in the ring. I can't be with him at ringside because you know why? We got to talk about Raw that happened last night, Sarah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously. But before we do that, we got to hear from the peeps. From the peeps. Sophia, what is poppin'? 3 out of 4 predictions. I think we got terrible. Alexa getting eliminated first did not go in our favor. We knew that mass figure was Seth Rollins the whole time, even though we talked about it. Yeah, I think we're gonna go into that.
Yeah, I don't think he was supposed to be the masked figure.
No, that's called pivoting.
Yes.
That is what we call a good old fashioned pivot.
Mm-hmm.
And hello again. How would you feel Becky Lynch and Jessica Carr and Roxanne and AJ Lee at WrestleMania? So honestly, I don't hate the idea of Becky Lynch versus Jessica Carr at WrestleMania and then doing an AJ Lee Roxanne. Like, oh, no, I would tell him, like, backtrack here. Roxanne AJ Lee would be a great fantasy match. I don't think it's going to happen this year because of who was announced for that match to see who's going to challenge AJ Lee. She was not in that. I would like to see that in the future. But more realistically, we got Becky Lynch taking on the referee. And Jessica Carr is not no Earl Hebner, man. Like, she can go in the ring.
I'm kind of split on it, honestly. Like, I understand why they might go in that direction, but I also feel like Becky deserves better at Mania at this point in her career. But, you know.
See, I'm on the side of give her a year to have a fun match like this at Mania.
Well, for me,
just get her on the card.
Yeah, but she's already hinted at like being done soon. So it's like, I don't know, her facing a referee that like, I don't know.
I'm into crazy ideas. You know, that's something that could work. This is not like Teddy Long taking on Earl Hebner type referee match.
But
Jessica Carr trained to be a wrestler, you know, or has done wrestling training. I mean, it's part of my.
It's
wording.
just wild to think that they would have her beat Becky at Mania. I don't.
Who said beat?
They're not going to have her go against Jessica Carr to have her lose to Becky. Like, I highly doubt that.
Even if she does, you know how it wouldn't be Jessica Carr hitting her with her signature move to end it. There would be some shenanigans and nonsense there too.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. We shall see there. Nathaniel's excited for the Mariners. Good for you.
All right.
I'm excited for baseball as well.
I am not.
I need something on TVB. You know, it's a great TVB program to watch. Just have it on. And baseball is just an awesome sport anyways. David, what's up to you? How you doing, pal? Good to see you, pal. What is up to Aaron? How you doing, Sarah? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Sharon. You're Sharon!
Yeah. That is my stripper name.
Sharon!
That is my nighttime ballerina name.
That's the alter ego.
Yeah, Sharon.
I think I just found out the bad gal's name.
It can't be Sharon.
So all right, well,
no,
you got to come up with that name quick because you're back in the nonsense universe. Because get this, in this year, I will give you something at least. I will give the peeps something of my plans. Okay. It's us versus the WWE in universe mode. All right. So we have a show.
We are the outsiders.
Basically.
Okay.
So, and the beauty of that and the way my brain's going, where we're balls to the wall, there's no Raw. There's no SmackDown. Why?
Okay.
You know? So that's going to be a little tease for you.
Okay.
But point of that little point of that, we need to have the bad gal and Senor Chevre, who might get a name change, on the same show. We need to be locked in. All right. We need name, finishing move, the gimmick. I think I did a good job with your entrance this year.
Okay.
I think I did a good job because I gave you Razor's entire entrance.
Oh jeez.
with the fireworks and everything, so you do like the
Oh goodness gracious.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Nathaniel, we will answer our Penta thoughts at the end because we got to talk about the start of the show.
Yes.
As the Vision came out all pissed off about Logan Paul being eliminated from the chamber due to said masked man. And then you have Adam Pearce coming out. Logan Paul's pissed because it's not Seth Rollins. What did you think of this segment, Sarah? Because I'll let you explain it better than I can. Because I thought between SmackDown's intro and Raw's intro, they're nailing the opening of the show.
I didn't dislike it as much as it feels like a lot of people did. It feels like a lot of there's a lot of negativity around the Vision right now. And there was I mean, you could say that there was a lot of it even before Seth got injured, which is even more ironic to hear the loud cheers for Seth's return, because I really want to quickly remind everybody how they were sick and tired of him before he got injured. But, you know, yeah, I think that they've been dealt a terrible hand because of the injuries to Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. So it's like whatever they're doing right now is far from perfect. It's far from what their plans initially were for WrestleMania, or, you know, even the build up to WrestleMania. So it's really hard for me to criticize or like get upset over whatever the Vision is doing, because like they were fucked over with injuries. So like, how can I be like super nitpicky about it at this point? You know, like I think the origin of what the Vision was supposed to be, it had like a lot of potential. And then obviously things had to take a turn because Seth got hurt. So then it was like, okay, we gotta like fast forward to whatever we were originally planning to do at the end and do it now. And then Braun Breaker gets hurt, then Bronson Reed gets hurt, and it's like, okay, well, I mean, they had to think quickly because a PLE was just days away after Bronson got hurt. So it's like, it's not going to be great right now, but I give it time. I think that is like what we said earlier. Like, it's also the reason why Seth is back now, because It was like, what do they do after Elimination Chamber? Like, even, I mean, first of all, they weren't supposed to be in it because once Bronson got hurt, they said Jay was going to win, or Jay won, and he was going to be in it. We predicted that they were hopefully going to take him out of that match, which they did.
Yeah.
And they replaced him with Logan Paul. Okay, cool. Logan Paul then did the Bronson Reed stuff in the chamber because obviously there's absolutely no reason for Logan to have eliminated 3 out of the 6 people, or out of 5
They
others.
did it. No, they did it in a cheap shoot. I agree, but the way they did it, okay.
I think that was what Bronson was probably
He
supposed
also-
to do, but
Yeah, I also oh fuck, never mind. Go on.
okay.
Forgot what I was gonna say.
But anyway, so we're gonna
okay.
obviously see the continuation of what Seth's plan was on Raw, and we got to see more of the whole masked man thing showing up. There was 3 of them that showed up to get Logan.
It was beautiful. That's what I loved. Yeah,
Yeah.
those 3 masked men, which is
because I think
all the times the masked man was like
Yeah.
it came like that. I love those little details.
Well, and that's
You
the
know,
thing is like people were so mad about the masked man thing, and I get it because it wasn't the same person every week, but like I feel like the way they went about this made sense because it was like, oh, people are sick of this. Okay, let's have a bunch of them show up and we're going to be like, yeah, we know that there was a lot of this. Let's do it again, you know? But at least in this way, it made sense. The architect planned this perfectly. He got, Logan out of the ring. He got Theory out of the ring.
That
he
was
got Paul
beautiful.
alone. And then he hit him with the Shield chair, which again, there were people complaining about that too. And I'm like, oh my God.
How do you complain about the Shield chair? That's the one moment that you can't complain because it was the Shield chair.
Yes.
In the same exact spot where he hit Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Roman's
the
wise
symbolism
man
behind it is so good with Seth. Like
that's what brings us back, Sarah.
Yeah. And Seth fucked him up, bro.
Yeah, he whacked him.
I loved that though because I feel that is something that like Roman wishes that he probably could have done to Paul, last year when all of this stuff leading up to Mania where he turned on Roman and Punk. That would have been like almost like a cool thing for Roman to have done after Mania had he decided to show up, but obviously it just got more of a war of words. So I love that Seth was given that opportunity because that's not something that Paul does very often. And I don't know if I've ever seen him bleed before. So that was pretty significant.
I have the one time, and it makes sense. You said because you said significant.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the last time he bled was I can remember 2002 Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. Because he handcuffed him and then he was like beat him.
Yeah. So I mean, like to me, that's like I said, significant because that's not something that Paul just does, like, so I don't know. I'm interested to see where they go from here with Seth because we haven't heard from him yet. We've only seen actions. And there's so much going on with the Vision. Because obviously we saw Seth have Paul get taken out on a stretcher, and who was in the ambulance? It was LA Knight. So
yeah,
that's another person who's being inserted into this, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It makes sense. LA has been feuding with the Vision for months at this point, but like then. It just is another person that we have to account for in the lead up to Mania because what does Seth do at Mania? What is LA Knight doing? What is the Vision doing? Because then later in the show we see, the Vision versus the Usos. So are we going to see that? Is that going to be a tag team title match at Mania? And if so, where does that leave Seth? Where does that leave LA Knight? Are we going to see Seth and LA Knight versus the Vision at Mania? It's a lot of
moving parts
holes that they have to figure out.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things that they have to figure out before Mania with that. I like LA Knight being involved, but Sarah, we already know who LA Knight's opponent is at
You think it's
Brock Lesnar?
You think he's going to answer that open challenge? Oh, okay.
No,
I was
I'm
like,
being a dick.
if he
I'm
could choose, I don't think
no.
he would choose that.
No, if Obafemi does not step up to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, we have failed.
You know what I thought was interesting? Um, I was talking to my boss earlier because I had a meeting with him, and we were talking about this because we always end our meetings talking about wrestling, and we were saying, assuming that it's going to be Oba versus Lesnar. He was arguing that it would almost, while it would be terrible for Oba to lose to Brock, would it also be bad for Brock to lose if Gunther is supposed to potentially retire him at SummerSlam? Like, does it make Brock look weak if he loses to Oba?
It does not make Brock look weak. Okay,
Yeah.
it does. Nothing really in WWE could make Brock look weak. The thing is that it would make Oba look like a monster,
A beast,
which
yeah.
we need him to be. There needs to be a new Brock Lesnar in WWE.
But babyface.
Okay, there's just certain. Sure, that's fine.
Oba's supposed to be a babyface, right?
I know, but I just want him to be a beast. I just want a beast, a monster who is going to cause pure destruction when he gets into the ring.
Well,
Okay?
and
you're not going to get that.
Well, and
if
he's
Brock
going to
Lesnar
have
wins.
time to do that because we'll talk about it in a few minutes. Because he's got that whole thing going on with Rusev. So,
that's just meat slapping meat.
I know. But anyway, so yeah, obviously there's a lot of stuff going on within the Vision. Luckily they have like 6-ish or so weeks to kind of like figure it out. I hope that we get a little bit of a clearer picture about the direction that everyone is going in, because I think that Seth deserves to be on Mania. The fact that he sped up his return because of the injuries to his group says a lot about the type of person and the type of worker, I would say, Seth is. But I also want more clarity on what LA Knight is going to do, because I think it was unfortunate to see how he was eliminated from the Elimination Chamber. I had high hopes that he would potentially win.
We got screwed in the chamber, huh?
Yeah. And I really want them to give him something to do at Mania, because I feel I think that his fans, us included, are getting to a point where it's becoming so incredibly frustrating that they're not doing anything with him, and it feels like the longer that this goes on, the worse the situation is going to get. So I just want them to do right by him, because like I don't know what else he's supposed to do, to like get these opportunities or like finally have his moment. Like giving him the US title was not the like, okay, here we go. It's like, no, he deserves a bit more than that at this point. But we shall see. Luckily, like I said, there's some time, so hopefully we'll figure that out. Oh, so Calvin says Theory is better with shorts, and I'm sick of being denied a babyface Theory. You know what? Okay, this has like this brings up a bigger conversation for me, because now that Finn Balor, has his music back and his presentation that we all grew to love from his NXT days is back. I saw so many people complaining about the fact that he wore pants at Elimination Chamber, and people are saying he needs his trunks back. He needs to bring his trunks back. And I was like,
I like Finn with the pants. It's
and I was like getting into arguments with people, because I'm like, why the fuck does it matter? Like if he's wearing trunks or pants? Like I understand, like, because people I think were misinterpreting what I was saying, thinking that I was somehow trying to argue that presentation
You're a hater.
Matter. Yeah, or like that there's something like, that it doesn't matter. But I'm like, in this context, I don't think it matters if he's wearing trunks or pants. Like, I don't think that's taking away what he does in the ring. It doesn't take away what storylines he's in. Like, it doesn't take anything away from that. So like, I understand why people might like Theory with shorts, but I feel like you could even argue with Finn, right? Finn's a heel. So he decided to change things up. And one way to change things up that's easy to see is to wear pants. He used to wear trunks. He wears pants now. Maybe that's what Theory was thinking. He's like, I'm a heel now. I'm not going to wear the shorts. I'm going to wear pants. Like, I think it fits his vibe that he's trying to go for with the vision. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about Finn. I don't care. Like, hello, first, I'm a female first. So am I really sitting here trying to argue that I don't want to see Finn in trunks? Absolutely not. Okay. But
that's not where we're arguing, Sarah.
No.
I totally am.
Yeah. It's
I
like,
see where you're going.
I just don't think it matters. Like, I don't know. Jay thinks that Brock should beat Oba.
Jay likes to just disagree.
He likes to disagree with everything that I say. Would you guys want Seth versus Brock?
No, I saw it already. WrestleMania 35. It started the show. Shortest match. No, not the shortest match on the card, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think the way that they've set it up ensures that it's not happening because they already have Brock be like, I'm going to do an open challenge. So I don't see Seth not having a match because I feel like that also kind of gives it away. Like if Seth doesn't have a match, it's like, okay, we know what he's going to do. But also, I don't want to see him answer that challenge.
What do you think about someone doing an open challenge every year at WrestleMania?
I kind of love it, honestly, because I think that
why not?
It's something that I've complained about, and I don't know if others have. Like we've talked about it too, maybe ad nauseum, but the way that the 2 nights of Mania, like the impact that has had on the show, I think has been good and bad. And I think one of the aspects that has made it bad is that they try to fit so many people on the card, and it used to be like you had to earn that spot. Like they were busting their ass all year to be like, okay, I'm gonna get a spot at Mania, whereas now it feels like everybody has a spot at Mania, and sometimes it's like that's not a Mania match. Like that didn't need to happen at Mania, but it feels like an open challenge allows somebody who we maybe typically would be like, they don't need a match at Mania, get a match at Mania, and people can't bitch about it because it was an open challenge. Like, who cares? It wasn't a match that they announced beforehand and you're like, okay, we don't need this. Because if they really were like last year, right, Randy versus Joe Hendry, if that was made as a match like leading up to Mania, we would all be like, this is not
the circumstance that built up to it makes sense for why it was an open challenge, and the circumstance behind it has to make sense. Like when Seth Rollins didn't have an opponent at WrestleMania. Who is it? Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
Randy Orton gets screwed out of a blood feud Mania match and needs an opponent. All right, well, Joe Hendry, of course. That's great. Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar should just be on a WrestleMania card. I don't care who he faces or whatnot, and if he's available to go, why not just blur the lines into the gray area and say, well, Brock is going to be at WrestleMania. He wants to fight someone. Who is it going to be?
Yeah.
And just get the fans to chatter and whatnot.
Well, I mean, and he's at this stage in his career where this is what he should be doing. You know what I mean? Like, he should be putting people over. And I know that he's not known historically for being okay with that. But if there is a guy, like, let's say if it is Oba, I can't imagine that he wouldn't want to help put Oba over, and if they got to take advantage of that. And I think an open challenge is a cool way to go about that. Speaking of putting people over, Gunther took on Dragon Lee.
What a match.
Who has been trying to defend his former tag team partner, AJ Styles, over the past few months and getting his ass beat in the process. However, this was a match that I mean, I don't know if people were expecting it. It's one of those things where I have to remember, like, no, this is fair for Dragon Lee, because otherwise I was getting pissed off. I was like, you're making Gunther look bad. Stop it. But then I'm like, you know what? No, I'm enjoying this. I think it was good. There's a lot of argument online about posting screenshots of Dragon Lee's face, which I just think is ridiculous because we all saw it on live television.
SRS was big in it happened. They're showing it, so I'm going to show it. It's national. This is not underground footage. or
It's like
NDA shit that got leaked or whatnot. Like,
it's
no,
totally different from
it
like when we were
happens.
talking like what a week or two ago about Tama Tonga posting a video and it had Ray Phoenix completely unmasked and it was like, oh shit, like
Oh no,
maybe he
it was
shouldn't have done that.
it was Mr. Iguana, right?
No, it
Am I
was Ray
thinking?
Phoenix that was
Oh, I thought.
unmasked.
Oh, I thought it was Mr. Iguana when they were in Saudi. Or am I
No,
thinking someone else that
it,
posted?
it must have been somebody else because this was Tama Tonga
Oh,
on TikTok.
oh, all
I
right.
guess it would be different if
Point
someone,
is, doesn't matter. Point, we
yeah,
just
like
yeah.
I think it's one of those where I think Dragon Lee has revealed his face a little bit more. Like it's, there's instances of him in the indies where he's wearing a mask that's only like it's like coming off his face. So like you can see what he looks like. Not to mention, this wasn't an accident. This was a planned spot. So like Dragon Lee knew that this could happen. It's like I think
Was
that
it really? Do you think it was planned?
100%. Yeah, 1,000%. Gunther he untied it during the match. And then if you watch when he's putting the sleeper hold in, he grabs the mask and pulls it. So it wasn't just a like, oh, he put this in and then his arm took it off. No, I watched it back. He pulls it off.
Okay.
So I think he tried to protect his face though, because if you notice when he does that, he immediately turns around and brings him down to the opposite side of the ring where the camera isn't. So people who saw his face really good were the people that are on camera all night, but the camera's on the opposite side. So obviously if you were watching and you could pause or whatever, then you would see his
Yeah,
face.
exactly.
But I do think it's funny that people who aren't Mexican or who aren't luchadors are like getting more offended over it than them. It's like if Dragon Lee agreed to do it, then like what am I complaining about? Like it wasn't an accident that happened and then they were like exploiting it everywhere. You know what I mean? Like it. So anyway, the match was good. Obviously Gunther wins. I feel like they ended the match early because of Dragon Lee's face being exposed. I don't know, because it feels like the ref called the end of the match before he passed out. But I don't know. I don't know what did you I mean based off what you're saying, you enjoyed the match as well.
It was a very good match. Didn't make the list of my favorites, I will say, of the year. It was just a very good match that proved to me Dragon Lee should be more prominent on Raw or just WWE programming in general. Like that was I loved how he started the match firing out the curtain, attacking Gunther immediately.
Well, because
there were a few false finishes. Like I thought we were gonna get
because Gunther didn't have his robe.
Oh, you were like, okay,
something was
wrestling
off.
brain.
Yes.
All right.
So when he came out, he didn't have his robe, and I was like yelling at it. I was like with my sister and my nephew, and I was like, "Where's his robe?
Where's the robe?
Why is he not wearing his robe? What is happening? What is off?" And then Dragon Lee just comes out of nowhere, and I was like, "All right, well there we go. That explains it."
I did, and then I loved how the count out. He almost wanted a count out, which honestly, if they had thoughts of continuing this for a couple more weeks, then maybe. But this seems like we're building towards someone else, and that Dragon Lee was more of a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, I would say I agree that this definitely showed that Dragon Lee deserves to be in more matches. But I think we've been saying that for years at this point because he's just so damn good. But I also think that this shows that Gunther can work with anyone. He can work with big men. He can work with luchadors. He can work with, bottom of the totem pole, Jey Uso. Like he can work with anybody. Okay. And try to make them look good. But there are a lot of people talking about, okay, what does this lead to? Do you think this leads to Gunther versus Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania potentially? Do we get a retirement career killer match at Mania? It feels like a natural progression to me, but
it does, and I don't hate it. It does feel like Ray could retire, I just don't know. I mean, he's been injured so often over the
Yeah.
past 2 years, and
Mhm.
with AJ Styles' retirement, not only him just walking away, but the reports and rumors around that he would be open to accepting a more backstage
He
development.
already accepted. He already signed a contract for that.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So the rumors we can confirm now. It is true that he'll be doing that. That seems more of the avenue for Rey Mysterio, especially with WWE acquiring AAA
Mhm.
and Undertaker being the booker and how popular it's been so far.
Yeah.
It's there's so many avenues in wrestling now for these vets to go down
Mhm.
and still be part of it without going, stepping into the ring, and it's more beneficial for them to go into that role than what they used to do in physically putting the talent over in the ring.
Yeah. I think this is the way they get around it. With what Jackson is saying, they'll probably do the whole thing of Gunther's going to end Rey Mysterio's WWE career, but we probably do see Dom retire him at AAA. I think that's the way that they can kind of like please the masses, because I think obviously Gunther is getting the heat that they intended him to get by retiring, some of the most beloved superstars of the last 20 years. And so if they're going to then move him on to doing the same thing with Rey Mysterio, people are going to be livid. But I think there is a way to go around it, like what we thought might be the case with AJ, because he kept saying he's going to end my WWE career, and we're like, oh, he's going to go to TNA. Then we find out that no, he's actually got like neck pain and stuff. So like, no, he's done. I think that there is a chance that Ray could go do that with AAA, and no one would really say anything about it. Like no one
Mm-hmm.
would. I mean, I'm a Gunther fan, okay, and I wouldn't complain if he ended Ray's career in WWE and then he went on and had a match in AAA. Like,
No, it
no,
makes sense
yeah,
to me as a wrestling fan.
yeah, it still does the job. It does what they wanted it to do with Gunther, but then it also allows Ray to do what he wants to do if that's what he wants. Um, but yeah. I don't. Nathaniel asks if we think Gunther will take off Ray's mask. I don't think so. I think he's been pretty good about keeping his mask on WWE television. He doesn't care if you know what he looks like. Obviously, we know what he looks like before he got to WWE. He didn't wear a
I'm like
mask in
90%
WCW.
sure Aaliyah, I think that's her name,
Yes.
posts
Oh,
TikToks
yes. All the time.
with his
All the
face in
time.
it.
Yes, he takes photos with fans all the time without a mask on. He's more he seems to be more into doing that recently, because even when I met him outside of an arena in like 2011, I
Mm-hmm.
think, he showed up in a car, to park his car at the arena, and he was wearing
Mm-hmm.
his mask like in the car. And then when he got out and took pictures with people, he was wearing a mask. So it feels like he was definitely a little bit more secretive then. But I think at
Mm-hmm.
this point, he's like, I'm not, whatever, like it's not the same. Not to mention, you can go and look at what he, when he was doing the filthy animals thing in WCW, like he looks exactly the same, just bald. Like, it's the same.
He looks so weird. I wish it never happened. It's so weird.
What?
Him in WCW when he is wrestling in the Misfits in Action.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
He
I know
fights
that.
Kevin Nash. Like,
Yeah, iconic. Um, then we get to see AJ Lee, who shockingly defeated Becky Lynch at
I was shocked
Elimination.
about this.
I was shocked. She is now the women's intercontinental champion. And she got mixed reviews for her promo again, which I feel like we're just going to deal with that every single week. People don't like her promo style. I think, it is what it is at this point. That's just how she talks. That's how she cuts promos. You either love it or you don't. But she did say that she wants to be a fighting champion and she would like to find her next opponent. So there is going to be, what is it, a battle, like a 6-woman match next week?
Gauntlet.
Gauntlet, yeah.
Match.
So it's Lyra, Bailey, Asuka, Ivy, Raquel, and I don't remember the last one. Who am I
Shit,
forgetting?
Bailey.
I said Bailey Lyra.
Asuka.
Um,
Natty?
is Natty in it? I don't think
I'll
so.
look it up.
I think
Hold
the
on. I
only
have the
heels.
law night too.
I think the only heels in the match were Raquel and Asuka. I believe.
All right. Well, where is it?
I don't know.
Can kill. All right. Well, keep going and I'll
Anyway,
blurt it out.
so did she say that this would be her WrestleMania opponent, or is this just who she's going to like have a title match between now and Mania? I feel like it would have to be between now and Mania because I feel like they would want a proper feud for her at Mania, but I don't know.
No, I think it's. I think it will be a Mania match. That's because they were talking when Lyra and Bailey had their backstage segment.
EO, okay.
Io is the one because then they have the backstage segment of Lyra and Bailey, and they're hyping each other up like, no, you go. No, like, no, you can go too. Let's both go to Adam Pearce's office. And as they're walking in, Io's walking. They're walking in, Io's walking out, and they have that little stare.
So it's going to be interesting because, like I said, there's only 2 heels in this match. So if they want AJ to be against somebody that she can have like a legitimate feud with, then you would assume it's Raquel or Asuka that is going to win. If that's not a priority, then that opens the door for anybody in this match. And as of right now, Io has no clear plan for Mania. Bailey Lyra have no clear plan at Mania. Neither does Raquel, and I know she's a heel, but like this is a way to get one of them set up for Mania, or at least potentially. And that's the thing that like we were kind of talking about before we went live. That's part of the reason why I'm a little bit concerned about this year's Mania, because it just feels like there are a lot of people that they still need to figure out matches for that I feel like deserve a Mania match. And so this is one of them where I'm like, what do they do? Like, I don't know. But AJ Lee has to do something.
You got to have AJ Lee at WrestleMania. I would like to. I don't know who
She
I
will.
want it
She
to be.
will. She will.
I think Bailey would rule.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like.
That's what I want.
AJ, I feel like there are so many dream matches for her because of when she left WWE. Like, there's not a whole lot of crossover from 12 years ago, 13 years ago when she left. So she was
in NXT still.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like a lot of the girls that AJ has fought are not around anymore. So it's like there's so many matches that she could have with the current crop of girls. So like her versus Bailey would be sick. The only thing is, of course, is like, do they want to go about that simply because people love AJ and they love Bailey? I think that in some spaces, I feel like those matches are okay. We've talked about that before, where I think babyface versus babyface, like it can be okay sometimes because
if it's for a title, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and so I honestly I don't know who's going to win this match, but I'm interested to see who does. I think the people in the match are good, but I also wonder like the ones who don't win, where do they go? What do they do?
I don't know. Well, if it's I have a feeling we're gonna have a little bit of a multi-team women's tag team championship match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Will it be a ladder match? Will it be a TLC match? Will it be just a regular, good old fashioned, not tornado tag, but standard tag team, 4 teams? What are they calling it? Like a super showdown? Whatever.
I would love that for the women because we've always had the men. Over the past however many years, it's been the men's tag titles, and it's been them in a TLC or in a ladder or whatever. Like, I would be sick to see that with the women too.
Oh, it would be. Yeah.
And I don't know. Like,
there's
a lot of potential there. That also helps get more women on the card. And it's like, I know that the women's tag division isn't the greatest, but like Bailey and Lyra have been together for a while. I mean, you could get Asuka and Kairi in there if they're not on, like there's a lot of stuff they could do. So I don't know. We'll see. Jackson thinks that AJ still does drop it to Becky. I don't know. That's what I thought was going to happen. That's why I was surprised that she lost, honestly.
I would love Natty to do it. I would
I mean-
love Natty to just choke out AJ or make her tap. Basically, just make her tap. And I don't know, in that way. That'd be sick.
It's possible. I don't know. Tension continues to grow within the Judgment Day. I feel like we've been saying this for years at this point, and it's because
Years.
we have. I think someone pointed out that the
Eons.
tension between Finn and Dom has gone back 3 years at this point. But Dom very much does not care about Finn losing his title shot at
Hey, he's like,
Elimination
"What?
Chamber.
Bro,
Yeah,
what's up?
yeah.
You gotta
He's
worry about
like,
me. I got my match tonight.
Now that you've moved on, Finn, let's talk about me. And you could tell Finn was not about it. Finn is very much like, we're not coming out to help you. Like, we'll be there, but like, we're not helping you. And that led to a moment in their match, or in the match, which I guess we could talk about it. To the match between.
Well, no, we'll wait. Save it.
Okay. We see more of that, but they continue to hint about Dom and Finn having something happen, which I was happy about, but I'm still like, I'm kind of torn about all of it, because I was really hoping that we were going to get Finn versus Dom for the IC title. So like, as happy as I am about what happened at the end of the show, like I'm kind of bummed that we're probably going to see Finn versus Dom and it's for nothing. Like I feel like that would have been like such a great opportunity to really put the hurt on Dom from Finn, you know.
That would I was talking about this with the genuine articles on Twitter, that I am in the camp with you that it should be for a title, you know, because Finn deserves a title.
Mm-hmm.
But you just said it. It's been going on for so long that it doesn't need a title to make sense for WrestleMania, yada yada. And I'm on the fence with that. You know, I just want to see this match happen and have a good build. Should it be for? I mean, no, it won't be for the title. But anyways, like I still want to see it. You know, like after the main event, I'm like, all right, well, Dom Finn at WrestleMania makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, he is the Triple A champion.
Yeah.
Maybe he can put that on the line if we really want a title. You know, there's avenues.
I don't care what happens as long as Finn wins.
Oh yeah, no, we need to see the downfall of him.
Yeah, I just need to see Finn continue being relevant and put in matches that matter, and continue to get title shots. Like, I would love for him to also win the World Heavyweight Championship or a championship at SummerSlam 10 years after his first opportunity. That would be sick. I know that's dreams at this point.
Wishful thinking, I know. It is.
But like, that's your life when you're a Finn Balor fan, okay? Like, that's just
your life as a wrestling fan. We're all just fantasy book. Jesus, start doing it. We should just start one of the down. I almost said one of the downs. One of the counts on the three, just fantasy book.
Yeah, this feels like one of those too. For people who love big men matches, and that is
these
Rusev.
people who love meat slapping meat.
Rusev called out Oba Femi, and he wanted a match right then and there. Oba was like, "Nah, but we can fight a little bit." And I don't know if this means that Oba is officially signing with Raw, or if he's just kind of doing a side quest before he decides. But they made this match official for next week's Raw, so we're finally getting Oba in a match that isn't going to be just a complete squash of Kit Wilson, and we get Rusev back on TV after being gone basically since Sheamus, I guess, got hurt again. I don't know where Sheamus is, but Rusev,
he's okay. He's okay. Sheamus is just working out and asking the rest of the locker room to join him for a video.
Well, I saw him also. His wife's TikTok like pops up on mine the other day, where they're like, life with the Farrellys or something like that, and I was like, she's like feeding Sheamus something at like a restaurant, and I was like, what the fuck, like, what is happening? But
This lady doesn't feed me food.
Oh well, maybe she can learn a thing or two from Mrs. Sheamus. I don't know.
She would slap me with said food.
All right.
That's our love language.
Then we also got to see the reveal of who was in the box at Elimination Chamber, and basically
it's like the only thing we got right. It is. I'm pretty sure the only thing I got right in the card.
No, because We picked Rhea to win the women's.
I didn't pick Rhea. I picked Alexa.
Oh, I picked Rhea.
Oh, so you won the chamber. Okay.
Just the women's though, because I picked LA Knight for the men's, Becky the IC title. I picked Finn, but I knew that it was gonna be. Punk.
I'm not counting that. That was no.
Yeah, that was my fandom speaking.
Yeah, no, you picked. So you won because I did not pick Rhea.
Yeah. So anyway, we got the reveal of Danhausen out of the box on Saturday night, much like most people thought. And he got a mixed reaction. And it's still unclear why he got a mixed reaction. Because I don't think it was necessarily because it was Danhausen. What do you think?
No, I know. Oh, I know. So if you watch the clip back, I saw tweets about this. When you watch a clip back, they're cheering. It's not a major pop. It's not a super. It's a pop like holy shit, Danhausen's here. It's cool. And then the lights go off. All right.
Yeah.
That's when the boos start to happen, and people are putting that together with their booing Danhausen. No, they're pissed that it's just them just showing Danhausen.
Yeah, that there was.
They wanted him
more.
to speak. They wanted him to, have someone come to the ring and be like, "Who the hell are you?" and do something like a wrestling show.
Yeah.
But because, as I mentioned, you have to watch it like a television show. Mm-hmm. No, he's here. That's what's in the box. All right, next segment. Like you have to think of it like the why.
Yeah.
Why'd you do it?
Yeah.
So it sucked, and that's where you're gonna have the boos and whatnot. Sarah, do you know anything really about Danhausen before he debuted here?
No, I knew that he was in AEW. I knew that. I really didn't know much about him at all. Like I didn't. Obviously, I knew what he looked like. But I didn't know that he was like kind of a comedic guy. I didn't know that he was like weird or like into like, I don't know, like witchcraft or like curses. Like I didn't know any
teeth.
Of that.
He'll put teeth in your mouth and then just super kick you.
Yeah, so like that kind of thing. Like I did not know. I was obviously familiar with who he was, but like beyond
obviously because you're an educated wrestling fan. Danhausen, for anyone in here who is not familiar with him like Sarah and I. Danhausen is obviously the comedic wrestler of some sorts. Very evil, very nice is the tagline.
Yeah.
And he puts curses on people.
He cursed Dom.
He cursed Dom, which we're going to talk about. Oh, trust me. But he curses people, and when he was on the indie scene in AEW, like, the curses don't work. That's the whole point. Like, it's stupid. Like, I'm this evil person, and I'm putting a curse on you, but it's not working. Like, illegitimately, I made the comparison on the last episode. It's Dr. Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb.
But hey, it worked on his first night on Raw.
And that's where I had a tweet, someone said, like, I think that now he's in WWE, like, the curses are going to work.
That
like it has to.
That is like a funnier direction, I feel like,
way funnier.
I mean, I think that if he has ones that like don't work, it has to be something that's like silly to begin with. You know what I mean? Like him coming to Adam Pearce and being like, "These are my list of demands," and he's like, "I need a blimp and I need to be in the Hall of Fame this year," and like whatever, like. If he were to be like, "Oh, I'm going to curse Adam Pearce because he didn't put my face on the side of a truck," it's like, okay, whatever. But if he does something like this where he curses Dom and then Dom goes and loses the title, it's like, that's kind of funnier than them just kind of exploiting this whole cursed idea. And then it like doesn't actually ever amount to anything,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that kind of gives him a little bit more of a legitimate presence on Raw and like in the locker room than if he were just like being viewed as a joke, like, oh yeah, this guy always says all this stuff but nothing ever happens, like, I don't know, do you know what I mean?
I do. I love the Adam Pearce though interaction he had. Oh, Cold Stone Steve Austin, are you the new oh, it's a glass, you Adam Pearce. Oh, it's your like, and then the list of demands. Hold on,
and how it fell in the toilet.
The list of demands were a blimp.
Yes,
you want the face in the trucks.
He wants up the point photo with Triple H.
I want a point photo with Triple H.
And he wants to be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and he already got the pointing photo. So he's got one thing checked off. I also thought it was hilarious to see Finn's reaction and Finn and JD's reaction to him. because like Finn just immediately like started like trying not to laugh. Like he was
That's the
smiling
thing is
so
that I love how when they like, I love Finn being in the background of these.
Mm-hmm.
Finn knows him and knows
Yeah.
everything. He's like, all right, you guys like interact with him, man. I want to see
Yeah.
this shit happen.
Well, and that's like even with JD where they were like he's like hi, and then he's like I don't know your name, and then JD is like, what the hell? Like who's this guy? Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be interesting. He definitely got like what sounded like a pretty good reaction from the fans on Raw. So um I'm interested to see where they go from here. I already saw somebody saying that he feels like he could be like a new era R-Truth. But like
I want to see some interactions there. Like that would be comedic gold. They should have their own YouTube channel.
R-Truth's on SmackDown though, right? So it
doesn't matter.
Well, I'm
just put him on any show.
I'm just saying Danhausen would have to go to SmackDown, is what I'm saying, because they don't really bring Truth to Raw.
Okay, yes, agreed. I saw this and I agree that I would much rather see Danhausen be a floater.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be a full-blown wrestler on a roster. He needs to be a character on the show.
That makes more sense for what he's trying to do, though. Like, if he's trying to curse people, he should be able to have access to as many people as possible.
Exactly.
You know, and I feel like the entire WWE brand should be fearful of him. Like, because of that.
They should fear him, but also think he's the stupidest thing walking.
Well, yes.
Because of him mispronouncing everyone's name. Do you know what he calls The Rock?
No.
The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, I love it.
Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
Nathaniel wants to see Undertaker versus Danhausen at WrestleMania. He also, thank you. I'm so glad that you have noticed. I put in all.
Yeah, very nice, very evil.
Him. Yeah.
He does like swearing. Don't swear. No swearing.
Oh, okay. All right. Then we got to we didn't talk about, why did I not talk about CM Punk and Roman? That's I can't believe I almost forgot that. Anyway.
That is crazy. I
just remembered. Like I literally
How did I just forget that?
I didn't notice that I forgot that until literally just now.
Yeah, NXT got me looked at.
Yeah, so we got to the main event match because, of course, Roman Reigns had his third return this year, so he had to be in the main event. But it was Dom versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship, and I can't say that I wasn't shocked about Penta winning because I very much was. I was not expecting that. Not for any reason, but they tend to not really do a lot of title changes on Raw or SmackDowns anymore. Like it's very rare when that actually happens. And although this, Penta and Dom have like somewhat of a history, we haven't really seen a whole lot of it recently. So this was kind of surprising, but I'm not mad about it because I think that Dom should have dropped the title when he was out for 6 weeks with a shoulder injury. So Penta taking it off of him, if it's not going to be Finn, then I guess it's going to be Penta. And so, I mean, I can't be mad. And
Penta deserves this moment, Yeah, and Penta deserves
he was like sobbing when like the cameras went off. Like he was.
You have to remember the Intercontinental Championship was the like workhorse. All the cool wrestlers that you remember for like now all had the Intercontinental Championship.
And it used to be the title.
It was the stepping stone title.
Yeah. It used to be like almost more desirable than the WWE Championship, like in the 90s. It was like
more attainable.
Well, yeah, but also like, when people talk about somebody like Scott Hall, it's like, oh yeah, he was never WWE champion. Well, yeah, he was a multi-time IC title champion because like that was what people were chasing at the time. Yeah, so now Penta is the champion. So now we have a babyface Intercontinental champion. I am interested to see what that means and who that opens the doors for.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Weird.
Because Penta doesn't really have feuds with people right now. Like he's not like
Danhausen.
I mean, I guess maybe, but like I don't know. No. Like I mean, even El Grande Americano, the original, like he's a good guy now. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, at the very least, Penta should walk into WrestleMania as IC champion, and maybe we'll get like a multi-man IC title match, and I feel like that's pretty cool.
I'm all
You know?
about multi-man matches at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, you got to
I
do what you
think
got to do sometimes.
I thought WrestleMania 2000 was a good show. I don't
Oh,
care.
Is it not well received because of how many?
It is the one. It's the only WrestleMania in history where there is only one singles match. Can you
Mhm.
name that singles match?
No.
It is the Cat
Oh, jeez.
versus Terry.
Okay. Is that
And
also
in
the one
each
where? Go ahead.
and in each corner there is the Fabulous Moolah and Mae Young. So
Oh, Jesus.
that is
That's
that
also
match.
the one where we got. Was it the triple threat world heavyweight?
No, that's 20. This is the Fatal 4-Way.
Okay.
A McMahon in each corner.
Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. Well, getting to the actual main event of the show, I can't believe I almost forgot. CM Punk and Roman Reigns come face to face. I am really glad that we didn't have to see Roman do a 5-minute entrance or a farm for another 5 minutes. Ask for the audience to acknowledge him and listen to his BS. Because it just got pretty straight to an exchange of words between these two.
Mhm.
I would say there's a lot of hype over this matchup for good reason. I would say that this interaction did not live up to their first interaction. However, the main thing that people are talking about today is the way that this interaction ended, which was CM Punk letting Roman know, hey, throughout your career, you've never had to do it on your own. You've always had somebody in your corner. You've always had somebody helping you. You know, going back to the Shield days, we're looking at the Bloodline days. You always had somebody helping you out. But right now you're alone. You know, you stand here and you say, we, who's we? You're a single man standing in front of me. He said, but you know what? You won't be alone forever because I'm going to bury you. And I'm going to bury you next to your father. And the internet exploded.
As they do.
And I say I love this kind of stuff when it's done in a way that makes sense. Done in a way where both people know what is going to be said. And I can only assume, given the heaviness of a comment like this, that Roman signed off on it. I think this is another feud that we never saw in WWE, but there was definitely some, I don't know, harsh feelings involved behind the scenes. So because we know that, it warrants this kind of interaction. It warrants Punk to say something of this magnitude and get people, you know, ruffling their feathers. But as I said to you before we went live, the Roman fans that are clutching their pearls and acting as if this was such a disgusting thing for Punk to say, I want to remind you that we're not even 2 years removed from, you know, 2 years of Roman Reigns mentioning Dusty Rhodes to Cody on a weekly basis to the point of saying, you know, your dad wishes I was his son instead of you. So
and also, do we not remember the Punk Undertaker build up to WrestleMania 29?
Right, with Paul Bearer.
So, like,
I know. So, but
that's the whole point of wrestling is crossing that line a little bit.
Well, but okay, so the issue that I have is that's why I say, like, clutching your pearls, like acting as if Roman has never stepped on that side of saying something controversial or taking it too far in the eyes of some people. You know what I mean? Like, if that were true, then I could maybe understand where you would be like, you know what, I didn't really like that Punk said this because Roman's never done that. Roman has done that. Okay, he's
Very
mentioned
much so.
Seth's wife. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, he is not some innocent dude that never takes it too far. So, like, we're not gonna.
Everything's fair game in the ring.
Yeah, but I mean, this segment, you know, it didn't hit as hard, like I said, as the first one, but I think it definitely is getting people excited.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I like this feud. There's history to it.
Mm-hmm.
And even when he mentioned the fact that, oh, you relied on me to come up, and he like, I brought you up here, and Roman's like, you didn't choose me. He didn't.
Chris Hero.
Chris Hero could have been the third member of the Shield.
Yeah, but they didn't want him to. I think that
Vince wanted Roman Reigns.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And that's where it gets good.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing is, like, you can say maybe that's where Roman's frustration is stemmed from. You know what I mean? That, like, Punk handpicked Ambrose. He handpicked Rollins, but he didn't handpick Roman. And then he's already mentioned Punk being on a podcast or something, and saying something negative about Roman or whatever. So there's definitely history there. And I think Punk is right when he said that he didn't have any like bad feelings towards Roman. It's more so Roman had those feelings towards Punk. And so I think that kind of gives an opening to Roman to create those bad feelings for Punk to have. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And people are already kind of talking about it and speculating about, okay, when Roman comes back in 2 weeks, because he's not scheduled to be on next week's Raw. Maybe he's gonna try and hit back hard. Like, maybe is he gonna talk about AJ? Is he gonna talk about Larry? Like, is he gonna go below the belt? And I feel like this was that opening for him, because it does make Roman look kind of silly, like he's holding on to grudges from 10-15 years ago.
That's a character trait of Roman Reigns, that he can't let things go.
Yeah, and I mean that is also something you could say about Punk, right? Like, I mean, there's a reason he didn't go back to WWE. There's a reason he left. There's a reason he didn't come back for 10 years, you know? So I think that's an opening that is going to make this a little bit more of an interesting feud than maybe we would normally get out of, you know, it being just a Royal Rumble winner picking a champion. You know, I think this has potential to, I don't know, potentially compete with the Undisputed Championship to be the night 2 main event.
This could be night 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now we're saying it's night 1, Undisputed title's night 2, because that's just what they've done over the past few years since they reintroduced the title. But I think that it depends on the direction they go with for the Undisputed title and how many people are involved in that, because there's a potential that it could be a 5-man match. But I think as far as like a feud, if it isn't Cody versus Randy, it feels like this is going to trump whatever feud that they choose on SmackDown.
Yeah, and even the women, I would like to see the women main event one night, but there's just nothing there. There's nothing.
I think Liv Stephanie could get there, but
no.
I think that the landscape of the titles for the men, it feels like the women have no chance to outdo them.
It's no chance because there's so many things that are intertwined and so deep rooted, and that's the other cherry on top. Mm-hmm. That there is way too much star power. That Liv and Stephanie, yes, that would be the pick.
Yeah,
but not this year.
Do you think that Roman should win versus Punk? Do you want my quick answer or my long answer? My quick answer, no. My quick answer is no. And I'll try and like sum it up.
Are we gonna give a Spark No version? Is the long version just emotionally charged? Is that what we're
kind of? But
all right.
I also I want I want to remind people that I am far from a fan of Roman Reigns, and I am far from a fan of CM Punk. So this is not coming from a biased place of like Punk versus Finn Balor and I want Finn Balor to win. It's not that. So my quick answer would be no. For a few reasons. One, I don't want another part-time champion. I'm sick of part-time champions, no matter who they are. I mean, I even argued that Dominic Mysterio should have dropped the IC title when he was injured, because I think it's stupid that they kept it on him, despite being out for like a month. Secondly, Punk isn't getting any younger, and he made things very clear when he came back to WWE. And one of them was to main event Mania. He did that last year. He also made it clear that he wants to walk into Mania as champion and leave as champion. There are not many more WrestleManias that he's going to be able to attend. We might be able to get him next year, but that might be his last one. Do I see them having him be champion again over the next year? No, I don't, because of all of the talent that is on Raw right now. I can't imagine that Punk is going to be champion for another year, or lose it and then gain it back again by WrestleMania next year. Thirdly, regarding Roman Reigns, I don't think we should see Roman be champion again before he retires. And it's not because I don't like him, but I think that there's no way that any title reign is going to compete with his last one. And I think that the world heavyweight title, as much as I want to say, and as much as we all would like to say that it's on the same level as the undisputed title, it's not. We still view it as the secondary,
It's the Triple H title. It's the Triple H World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, it's the 1B, if you want to be even kinder about it. That feels like a step down for Roman. It feels like if Roman is going to be a champion again, it would be the undisputed championship. And even then, how do you do that, and how do you book that after having a nearly 4-year run? It feels like he can't top that. So I think this is the opportunity to keep it on Punk, cross a few things off the list. But yeah, that's why I'm like, it's my short and long answer, but yeah.
I think he will.
You think Roman will win?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I really don't know at this point. I would like to see Roman win in a way, like, to highlight the title. I'm still like torn about it because, one, it's so far away. Two, I just want to see the story get built, because at this point I'm invested to the point where I want to watch it. But if they have a shit build, I'm gonna get real pissed on the stream here. And
they won't. I think it'll be good. The only problem is like we just saw this like big moment happen on this week's Raw, and then Roman's not there next week. So like that kind of stuff like really irritates me, because I feel like we want to hear what Roman has to say, but we have to wait 2 weeks. Like I feel like that timing is always so frustrating. But I think we have 4 more appearances from him before Mania. So hopefully we won't have too many instances of this. Jackson says, I don't know if he wins when his contract ends in May. He's talked about 2026 being his last year. So I do think that we'll probably get him going to Saudi Mania next year. But I don't see him being full time. Like I don't think anyone would want him to be want a part-time champion. I mean, and if we really want to be honest about it, who got a louder reaction last night, Punk or Roman?
Well, Punk.
Okay. So that's significant, Jackson also does think that this could be night 2. I don't know if it's the only way he could get night 2. I've seen a lot of people saying that they don't think Punk could get night 2 main event on his own. But I don't know. Who does Roman face at Saudi Mania? I don't know. I think a lot of people...
The Rock, or I don't fucking care. That's really it. If it's not The Rock, then I never want to hear Rock versus Roman is going to happen ever again.
Yeah. I think that's the opportunity to do it when they could have done it, when they could have done it by not having Cody win the Rumble. They very easily could have done it that year. But we also wouldn't have gotten the final boss version of The Rock. So I feel like that's the thing, is like, if you're a big Rock fan, like how can you complain about not getting Rock versus Roman when you got the final boss version of The Rock? Like,
yeah,
because you have to remember
final form.
Yes. And that's the thing, is if they went forward with the original plan, or whatever it was, the pivoted plan to having it be Rock Roman, we would have had heel Roman versus babyface Rock. It would have not, in my opinion, it would not have been good. But
it would not have. It would have been very Vince coded and old school, and it would not have been something that would have launched us into the era that we're in right now.
Agreed. All right, so that was Raw. We're not sure if we can go live this Thursday, right?
No, I'm in Florida.
Okay, so we do not go live on Thursday, unfortunately, because Pat is out of town. Next week I cannot go live, because of
I'm
my
gonna do something.
yeah, Pat will I'll schedule that up. I will not be able to be here because I cover an NFL team for a living, and free agency begins next week. So, I can't be here because I have to be available to write about any moves that the Patriots make or their rivals make or whatever. So, um, we'll
don't
have
know
to
if the
pick this back up in like 2 weeks with me anyway.
Patriots don't make any moves. I hope
I
they make
mean,
something.
I anticipate that I'm going to have to write about other people's moves, players
Oh
that the
yeah.
Patriots miss out on more than what they do. But,
Mhm.
I mean, that's kind of nicer than what they were doing to me last year, where it was like a move every hour. So,
That's true.
because they spent like 345 million. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Got us to a Super Bowl.
that is true. That is true. So,
So
yeah.
all right. That was Raw, and we'll see you guys next week
Well, you will.
here. I'll see you guys next week. My
Yeah.
Pits Fits will be
Yes.
here. Well, we're gonna probably watch NXT together because I'm watching it now as I head
Mm.
over to the house. We got Nikita Lyons taking on Ren Sinclair. God, I want to see Ren Sinclair get the win. If she doesn't get the win, I will hoot and holler. So.
I just saw one of Nikita's 1-of-1 cards get pulled.
Oh wow, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, in WWE Universe, the new set.
Mm.
Yeah,
What's the
there was a
speed match?
1-of-1 of Nikita Lyons in the same box as a 1-of-1 Bret Hart.
That's wild. Well,
I
that
know.
just shows you the value there.
Somebody messed up.
Yeah.
Imagine getting that box and you get like the Bret Hart card and you're like sick, and then you get a 1-of-1 of Nikita and you're like, oh, because it's like
Oh.
what a difference in like status in WWE worlds. But I mean, a 1-of-1 you can sell for a ton of money. So, and the Nikita one is an autograph as well. The Bret Hart one wasn't, but
Oh.
there's a dual Pretty Deadly auto in
Oh, you need
universe,
that.
and
You
they're
need that.
wearing the floral like they had those like sheer
Yeah.
floral tops that were like flowy. That is the outfits that they're wearing in it, and I'm like, bro, I
You need
that.
it.
I need that car. The only one on eBay right now is like $200, and I'm like, god damn it. But maybe we'll get it. I don't know.
Wait. Kyler Murray got released?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm with that news. I'm heading over to the house. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in. God bless. Remember, you can do it. All you gotta do is try. Peace.